If you've been confused about how to lose weight and build muscle, this is the only guide you're ever going to need. Let's get started. My name is Maher, and I lost 70 pounds a couple years ago and completely transformed my life, and now I help other guys do the exact same thing. So the reasons you can't lose weight is not a slow metabolism. It's not because of your high levels of stress or your hormone levels or your genetics. Yes, these things make it more difficult, but it's not the reason why you can't lose weight. The reason you can't lose weight is because you are not eating in a calorie deficit, and that is it. So what are calories and why do they matter so much? A calorie is a unit of energy that your body uses to exist. Just like how inches measure length, calories measure energy. Everything you eat, drink, consume contains calories, except water. And your body needs calories to power your organs, move your body. Literally everything you do requires calories. Me moving my hand and talking right now is using calories. So why do calories affect your weight? When you eat more than your body needs, your body will store the excess calories to use later. This is called a calorie surplus. This is because in the past, when you think about like caveman times and everything, our genetics are predispositioned to store the excess food that we ate because food was scarce. Right? So think about that. Your body was holding on to the excess energy to use later in case you didn't find any food later. Now, when you eat less than your body needs, your body will use the stored calories, your fat, to keep functioning. This is called a calorie deficit. So, how many calories should you eat? A good starting point is estimating your maintenance level, then slowly inching down from there. The way I personally do it for my clients is I calculate your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, then I multiply by 1.4. That way, you start from a good point where it's likely your maintenance calories, it's always a guess, and then from there you can start inching down. If you start too low, then you're going to crash your metabolism from the beginning and it's going to be really hard to progress after a couple months. So, for example, the BMR of a 25-year-old man at 5'9", weighing 200 pounds is about 1,883 calories, and multiplying that by 1.4, that becomes 2,640 calories. I calculated this by using an online calculator. It's not going to be perfect, but it's a starting point. Losing weight versus losing fat. Now, these are two different things. Being in a calorie deficit will ensure you lose weight. Your weight includes fat and muscle. You don't just want to lose weight, you want to lose fat. And why? Because if your goal is to look better, to look healthier, to feel stronger, then you need to keep building muscle. Other than looking good, more muscle means you burn more calories at rest, aka you can eat more and still lose fat, and you'll maintain results easier long term. A body that holds more muscle burns more calories, and over time it'll just be easier to maintain your lower levels of body fat. So how do you lose fat but build muscle? Now, how do you do both at the same time? There's three things. You eat in a calorie deficit still. This is law. You eat a sufficient amount of protein to keep building the muscle, and you go to the gym to signal to your body to keep the muscle. It's that simple. You do these three things, I can almost guarantee that you'll keep building muscle while losing weight. What is protein? Protein is one of three macronutrients that calories are made up of. The other two are carbs and fats. I'm sure you've heard of both of these. Each macronutrient holds its own calorie amount that makes up the total calories for a food. Protein has 4, carbs have 4, fats have 9. You can literally calculate the total calories of a food if you have the protein, fats, and carbs. You just multiply it by these numbers, add them all together. You can do this with any nutrition label. It's going to be roughly the same. Fiber comes into play a little bit and messes up the numbers, but that's a topic for another time. Protein is essential to build muscle. Without it, muscles will not be able to grow and recover from workouts. So how much protein should you eat? Studies show that you can get as low as 0.7 pounds in body weight, grams per pound in body weight, and still build muscle efficiently. To ensure you're not under eating protein, we typically target around 1 gram per pound in body weight. For example, for a 200-pound man, that's going to be about 200 grams of protein per day. Yes, if you're obese, you might not have to have 1 gram per pound in body weight per day. That might be too much for you if you're in the 300 plus range. In that scenario, you can simply target your desired body weight in grams. So let's say you're 300, you want to be 200, just eat 200 per day. But 300 still won't hurt. So an example macro setup for a man looking to lose weight that's around 200 pounds, that's going to be about 2,640 calories per day and about 200 grams of protein per day. I set up the carbs and fats. If you're around that weight, you can use similar carbs and fats to start with. So where does cardio come into play? So cardio isn't required for fat loss, but it helps a lot. How cardio helps, it increases your calorie burn so you can eat more and still lose fat. It allows your body to use food better, so it increases insulin sensitivity. That's a whole nother topic, but just trust me on this. And improves body composition. So that means if you're eating 2,000 calories with zero cardio, or you're eating 2,500 calories but doing 500 calories of cardio per day, your body's gonna look better doing this. Okay, that's what improved body composition means. When should you do cardio? You should start with around 10 to 20 minutes after weight training. And why are we doing it after? Because lifting requires energy, and doing your cardio before your lifts is a great way to ruin your workouts. Post-lift cardio burns more fat as well because the carbs are burned from your workout, so the cardio would be burning more body fat instead. This isn't an exact science, but it makes sense to me, and I've seen it work for a bunch of people. The best type of cardio, in my opinion, is incline treadmill walking. And the reason for that is that you can't slow down no matter how tired you get. You set that thing to 3 speed, you're going at 3 speed. If you're on a bike or you're on an elliptical, you get tired, you're going to slow down naturally. Another one that doesn't slow down is something like a Stairmaster, so that's also a good option. But the treadmill is low fatigue, it's easy on your joints, and you can't slow down, like I said. So very, very important for sustainability. You can do it for a long period of time. Can you eat anything that fits your calories and macros and still lose weight? Now, yes, you can, but food quality is going to help you a ton. So whole foods, meaning unprocessed foods, are going to help you stay full, improve digestion, recover faster, and get essential micronutrients. Your body is already struggling to do all of these things. Don't make it harder by eating processed foods. Aim for 80 to 90% of your foods to be whole and unprocessed. So get your protein from animal sources, get your micronutrients from fruits and vegetables, eat some carbs from oats, potatoes, and rice, sometimes from fruits too. Eat some healthy fats from nuts, seeds, olive oil, avocado, etc. So recap, we learned that we need a calorie deficit to lose weight. We need to eat enough protein and work out to only lose fat and keep building muscle. You need to be using cardio because it's a great tool to help you lose more fat. We should eat high quality food to make the process easier for your body. Now, how do you track the progress that you're making? You must weigh yourself consistently. This is a non-negotiable. You can't not weigh yourself and then be upset that you're not losing weight. You don't even know if you're weighing yourself. So, how do you track progress? You must weigh yourself consistently. In my opinion, weighing yourself daily is way too consistent. Weekly is much better. You're going to get frustrated from fluctuations day to day. Your body weight fluctuates from water retention, which changes. Let's say if you trained the day before, you didn't sleep as well, you ate a lot of salt, sodium, or if you literally just have more food in your stomach, you're going to weigh more the next day. So what to do to determine if you're losing fat? Weigh yourself once a week, same conditions and same time every week. Measure your waist as well, and take progress pictures. To determine if you're building muscle, track your progress in the gym. If you're getting stronger or staying the same strength, but your weight and your waist is going down in size, then you're golden. So what if you don't lose weight? If you track progress for a week and you stay the same weight or go up, don't change up the plan and don't give up, because then you're definitely not going to lose weight. Instead, if 1 week you weigh yourself and you weighed the same as the week before, don't make any changes. Keep going for another week. If you're stuck at that weight for 2 weeks straight, drop your carbs by 25 grams or 100 calories and add 5 to 10 minutes cardio to your cardio sessions. Repeat until you hit your goal weight. With this method, you're never going to hit plateaus. Now, what about Ozempic, intermittent fasting, keto, and no carb? The 3 other famous methods to lose weight. Now I'm going to debunk in 30 seconds why each of these don't work. Ozempic makes you feel full, so you stop eating as much. Success, you're losing weight now. Now imagine you lose 30 pounds and then you stop taking Ozempic. You haven't learned anything about food or how calories work. You're suddenly hungry again. Just imagine what happens next. Intermittent fasting. So time-restricted feeding allows you to eat less calories because you are shortening your time to eat. This will help a lot of people eat less, but you can still overeat within that short window. So this is not a end all be all solution. You can still be overeating in that short period of time and then still be hungry at nights as well. So you're going to be frustrated and not losing weight by doing this. Keto and no carb. Yes, you can survive without ever eating carbs again. Are you really never going to eat rice or bread or potatoes or cookies again? Come on. Sure, you can do keto to only lose weight and then stop doing keto afterwards if you really want to have all those foods. But how are you going to train hard in the gym if your body's preferred energy source is carbs and you're eating none of it? Sure, your body goes into ketosis and starts producing energy, but it's not going to be nearly as efficient as eating carbs. So, to summarize, to lose fat, look good, and feel good, you want to do these 6 things. You eat in a calorie deficit and hit your protein goals. You lift hard and lift consistently. Use cardio. Eat mostly whole foods. Track weekly and adjust slowly, and ignore trendy methods like the ones we just talked about. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true.